Namaste to all the viewers on this national webinar series on Yoga Ramayana Vishwakosha history, proving authenticity and history of Ramayana. We have Professor K. Subramaniam ji starting a series on Ramam Dharmabhiramam, which will continue for 7 days. Today we will hear about Lord Rama, who lived his whole life by the rules of Dharma, showing the world that Dharma is the most important thing in life and truth is established because of it. Welcome to our webinar series.
वंदे सिंहमुमापतिं सुरगुरुं वंदे जगत्कारणं वंदे पन्नगभूषणं शशिधरं वंदे पशूनां पतिं वंदे सूर्य शशाङ्कवह्निनयनं वंदे मुकुन्दप्रियं वंदे भक्तजन आश्रयं च वरदं वंदे भक्तजन आश्रयं च वरदं वंदे शिवं शङ्करं श्रीराघवं दशरथात्मजमप्रमेयं सीतापतिं रघुकुलान्वय रत्नदीपं आजानुबाहु अरविन्ददलायताक्षं रामौ निशाचर विनाशकरं नमामि. Esteemed friends, Ramam Dharmabhiramam. Rama is handsome. Rama is most attractive, not only because of his physical features, but on account of his observance of dharma. Dharma is a natural trait in every person. The quality of every human being is to be humane, to be kind, to be concerned about others, to be loving. That quality of cosmic love, universal love, human love is abundantly available with Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. When we love, we are expected to serve. When we serve, we automatically give up our possessiveness, our selfishness and our ahankara. And this dharma, the quality of dharma, has its impact on others as well. We try to see two dimensions of dharma today. One is helping nature, the other is its influence on others. Sri Ramachandra Prabhu in the Ramayana declares Abhayam dadami sarvabhuteshu etat vratam mama. It is my principle, it's my determination, it's my resolve, it's my firm resolve that I should be useful to others, that I must be giving fearlessness to others, that I must be offering the hand of protection to others. Because of this principle of giving fearlessness to others, he has been able to take Vibhishana into his fold. Vibhishana was insulted, humiliated, thrown out, dismissed by his elder brother Ravana. What was the mistake that Vibhishana did? He was trying to uphold dharma. He was trying to admire dharma. He was trying to speak highly of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu, who was a dharma murti. This was not tolerable to Ravan. Ravan was demon. A demon is one who is cent% selfish, cent% lustful, cent% possessive. Therefore, Ravana, the Rakshasa, was unable to tolerate the presence of Vibhishana, who was praising Ramachandra Prabhu of dharmic nature. Insulted and thrown out by Ravan, Vibhishana went, fell at the feet of Ramachandra Prabhu. Like an ideal king, he convened the meeting of all his followers, Sugriva, Nala, Nila, Angada, Hanuman, Jambavan, etc. He tried to elicit the views of everybody before admitting Vibhishana into his fold. Everybody said no, either directly or indirectly. Vibhishana does not deserve protection from Sri Ramachandra Prabhu, because Vibhishana happened to be the brother of Ravana, and Ravana happened to be the enemy of Ramachandra Prabhu. At a wrong place, at a wrong time, to a wrong person, Vibhishana came to seek protection. That was the resolve of almost all the people. Only Hanumanji was able to understand the spirit of dharma. He was able to understand the nature of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. He was able to understand the goodness and kindness and dharmic nature of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu, and therefore Hanumanji said that Vibhishana should be accepted. He must be given protection. Sri Ramachandra Prabhu appreciated Hanuman and very politely, without wounding the feelings of anybody in the ministry or in the hall, Sri Ramachandra Prabhu declared, Abhayam dadami sarvabhuteshu. It may be Jatayu, it may be a squirrel, it may be an Ahalya, it may be a Guha, it may be a Vibhishana, whoever it may be, right from the lowest species to the highest expression of evolution. Everybody, whoever is in danger, whoever is in difficulty, whoever is in the clutches of fear, if he or she seeks fearlessness, protection, I am here to offer it. That was the principle of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. Abhayam dadami sarva bhuteshu. Now that Vibhishana had come, now that Vibhishana had been offered the protection, everything was very well resolved. But some of the people in the fold of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu raised a question. Sri Ramji, today you have allowed Vibhishana into your fold. Not only did you offer protection to him, but you have offered prosperity to him. You have offered the kingdom of Lanka to him. You have already resolved to kill Ravan, and you have already resolved to install Vibhishana on the throne of Sri Lanka. Suppose tomorrow Ravana comes, changes his mind, brings Sita, returns her to you, what will you do? Lanka is one, a single kingdom. You have today offered it to Vibhishana. You have mentally performed the Pattabhisheka of Vibhishana. Tomorrow Ravana comes and he says, I am sorry Ramji, I have committed the mistake, I have brought Sita. With all honors I return her back safe to you. Please allow me to be the king of Lanka. What will you do? Will you allow Ravana to be the king of Lanka, or will you fulfill your promise of making Vibhishana the king of Lanka? Rama's resourcefulness, Rama's generosity, Rama's kindness, it is such that immediately he says spontaneously, without thinking for a fraction of a second, very simple, I am here. My kingdom is there in Ayodhya. My shoes are being placed on the throne of Ayodhya, and Bharata, as a representative of me, he is ruling. In such situation, when Ravana reforms and takes the kingdom back, I shall give Ayodhya to Vibhishana. Or if Vibhishana is to opt for Lanka, I shall give Ayodhya to Ravana. So selfless is Ram. His promise to the people who are affected is most important. He is a Dharmamurti. He is a Satyamurti. He does not break his promise. He does not go back on his words. In case Ravana changes his mind and offers to return Sita Devi, it is the duty of Ram to protect Ravan as well. Now, the option will be left to Ravan and Vibhishan. One will be given Lanka, the other will be given Ayodhya. And this is the dharmic spirit of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha. Maricha is not a fool. He has appreciated Ramachandra Prabhu on account of his righteousness and on account of his promise to give protection to every person in difficulty and danger. This is the first dimension. Offering the entire Ayodhya to one of the brothers, either Vibhishan or Ravan. This is dharma. Selflessness is dharma. Egolessness is dharma. Self-sacrifice is dharma. Tyagenaike amrutatvamanasu. He who gives up egoism is really divine, and divinity lies with the dharmic personality. Dharma is to be unselfish, not only to be unselfish, but to be of use to others. And that great quality is there with Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. Therefore, Ramaha, Dharmabhiramaha, on account of dharma, he is much more handsome. On account of dharma, he is much more attractive. On account of dharma, he is universal. He is eternal. He is ever blissful, and he is ever handsome. Sugunabhirama, Sundarabhirama, Sitabhirama, Nayanabhirama, Satyabhirama, Dharmabhirama. This is one dimension, giving himself up to help others. Second dimension, his influence. The influence of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu's dharma on others. Dharmic nature of Sri Rama has its influence on Maricha. He has fulfilled his promise to Ravana because he is influenced by the dharmic nature of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. And Ravana himself, we have the great impact of Ram. Not only the personality of Ramachandra Prabhu, but the very name of Sri Ram has its impact, has its influence on Ravana. Ravana is highly lustful, we know. He is fond of Sita Devi, we know. He is fascinated her beauty, we know it. This Ravan has gone to Panchavati. He has kidnapped Sita Devi. He has brought her. He has placed her in Lanka in that Ashokavana. Every day he goes to her, begs her, falls at her feet, or threatens her. He expresses his love for her. He behaves like a madman, showing his fascination for her. Looking at his madness for Sita Devi, some of the ministers very close to him one day advised him, Ravana, so far you have never been so mad after any woman. This is the first time we have seen that you are very, very mad after Sita Devi. You are fond of her. You are forgetting yourself looking at her charming personality. You know that she is a pativrata. You know that she will never yield to your temptations and threats. Then what is the way out? One of the senior most ministers of Ravana secretly, privately gave the advice to Ravana. Ravana, you are a Kama Rupi. You can be in the disguise of any person. You can change yourself into any form. You can wear all the 10 heads. You can wear only one head. You can take the form of a bird. You can take the form of a beast. You can take the form of a god. You can take the form of any person you are fond of. Now, the situation is so ripe. You are unable to put up with the lust for Sita Devi. I suggest to you, tomorrow, make yourself, turn yourself into Ram. Be a handsome person. Be a person like Sri Ramachandra Prabhu, good, grand, and highly attractive. You are capable of disguising yourself as Sri Rama. Sita is a pure girl, innocent girl. She is separated from her husband Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. She is in Ashokavana. Tomorrow, you go to her in the disguise of Rama, like the smiling Rama, charming Rama, attractive Rama, fascinating Rama, and Sita, deeply steeped in frustration, will look at you. She may not know the truth, and immediately she may be drawn to you. You have her, be with her. A person gullible may fall a prey to your disguise. Why don't you try this? Why don't you go in the disguise of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu to lure Sita Devi, to tempt Sita Devi, to be with Sita Devi? Ravana immediately gave the reply, I am sorry, Mr. Minister, you have not understood Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. Rama is purity personified. Rama is Satya personified. Rama is Dharma embodied. Rama is the character What he thinks, that he speaks, what he speaks, that he does. Speech is in the middle, thought is behind, action is ahead. All the three, thought, word and deed, when they are in uniformity, it is called character. Ram has character. His character is dharmic. His character is unique. His character is powerful. It has its influence. Nobody can take the name of Ram and do bad. Nobody can take the form of Ram and be bad. Rama's name is so pure that it purifies everybody. Rama Taraka Mantra. Valmiki himself has ennobled himself and has become a great sage simply because of Ramataraka Mantra. A hunter, a loot, a dacoit, a bandit like Ratnakar could become a great sage Valmiki. That is the unique influence of Rama Nama. Rama Vigraha is much more influencing. You ask me to disguise myself as Rama. The moment I take the form of Ram, I become pure. Evil disappears from me. Lust goes away from me. Bad thoughts desert me. I become pure. I become good. I become kind. I become a person of character. How can I take the form of Ram to do a bad thing? What I am trying to do is very bad. It is evil-mindedness to abduct somebody's wife, to kidnap somebody's wife, and to have a foul look at her is something wrong. I know it. And Rama never does it. If I repeat the Rama mantra, if I take the form of Rama Swarupa, I become good. I become good and a person of character. I will be losing all foul intentions, all evil intentions. This is the influence of Ramachandra Prabhu. The Rama mantra, Rama Nama has its impact. Rama Rupa has its greater impact. In this episode, we have tried to highlight two noble qualities of Rama. One is his offer of Abhayahasta, because he is a Dharmamurti. Second is his influence on others to reform them as Dharmamurtis. Ravana himself acknowledges that the influence of Sri Ram is very high. Holding the Ram Nam or taking the form of Rama, nobody can do anything evil, anything wrong. If I take the disguise of Ramachandra Prabhu, I cannot misbehave with any woman. That is the noble impact, righteous impact, dharmic influence of Sri Ramachandra Prabhu. Mangalam Kosalendraya Mahaniya Gunatmane Chakravarti Tanujaya Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam Dharmamurte Shubhamangalam Mangalam Dharmaswarupaya Mangalam Satyaswarupaya Mangalam Mangalam Mangalam